Speaking of things, that's why we're naked riding.
I'll give you a Christmas tree tag. I want you to work for it.
Okay, pimp.
What?
Okay, pimp.
Oh no, I'm playing the One Piece simulator right now. That's fine. Okay, so it's gonna die right now.
Raiden, do you copy?
Okay.
You
yeah.
must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Hey, Jack.
Well, she seems to be fine.
Jack, I was serious when I said I wanted you to propose to me.
Rose?
I was really worried.
Are you fucking
there are times when
serious?
it seems like you're not really looking at me, and that if I looked away for a moment, you'll
She's still
disappear.
giving you
I
the
wanted
shit?
to make sure you couldn't get away. I thought that if we lived together, maybe things would change. That maybe we could change things ourselves.
I Kyle waving hand smiling face with
Hey, Jeremy.
There was something deeper.
I'm sorry.
I guess it's impossible for me.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Jack. I love you. I really do. Please believe me.
Zim.
Whatever happens.
Rose?
Bye, Jack.
That's
The line women give you before they start cheating.
bro. I guess 2 cards in his trash? Oh, cool. Sweet. For a rough matchup. Hello, Jeremy.
Also more Raiden gameplay.
What was that just now? Who's there?
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky, to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh? Fine. Forget it.
Have you already got?
Even my patience
Oh,
has
have you
its
gone to the
limits.
point to try and
I
psych
just
you out
can't
now?
leave this thing up to you any longer.
So?
I'll do the fighting. You can just go.
What's that you said?
You got to the point where they're like going crazy, or like where they're trying to psych you out.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm being chased.
I remember this funny and weird Easter egg lol face with tears of joy.
I hit him. I need some backup gear.
Well, it's not an Easter egg. It's the simulation collapsing.
Variety level 13. Rescue Merrill, the return of Ginola.
Yadus, I just came in the right time at the perfect moment. We truly are in the perfect timeline.
Hold on, Aaron.
Boxes don't work.
Just remember to not carwheel or you're gonna see Raiden's balls.
Jack, please answer me! Jack!
Send additional personnel.
I just realized they actually model as junk.
I think they did a little bit.
You need to be solid
Yeah,
snake in order
I
to do
think I saw a little jiggle there.
No! No! Jack, please answer me!
I just have to check to see if what
Jack!
Newland said was true. That's fucking hilarious.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long
Well, if it
time.
does work and
Don't
you
you have
someone take an
anything
order
else
to do it,
with your time?
does it actually lock like that, or are you just joking? Well, looks like Arthur's doing good.
Nice.
Actually, there is something
Bro,
I've
can you
been
play
meaning to
fucking
tell you,
Jimbei,
but I
please?
just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room.
First you gotta have the camera near you, then try to carwheel.
Intimate.
Oh my god, I saw IT.
Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but
The camera just zoomed in at the perfect time.
There's somebody there.
Oh my.
Who's there?
infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear.
How they got away with this, either way, no wonder is a bestseller. UNS cameo.
Is there somebody there?
I'll say this, like, it's...
Is that a NGS1 reference?
They do a really good job of, like, making the AI sound really creepy when you get to it.
President Baker should be somewhere to the south, of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
It's gonna get creepier. That's the best part.
I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
Hey, thanks, man. That sounds like the best fucking news I've heard all
I'm
day.
in really bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry.
What? What?
Variety level 13.
Everything that guy said, that was biggest portrayal Kyle heard right now.
Rescue Metal.
No, I'm talking about the
return
picture of just
Enola.
the video of the sleeping woman.
Just you wait for him to get all talky talk about human nature, internet and such. Oh now what was that? Is that a real life woman? There was a picture of someone at the top right.
It might have been.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to
Oh
the
my god, who the hell
You
cares?
did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted
I even
was
went
for
as
you
far
to see
as
the
to have a
real
child
me.
and not tell you.
It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to
Bro, she's the
myself than
definition
to
of,
you.
there's a time and a place for this, and the time is now.
Hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
We are in an isolated
Where's
tunnel,
my
yet
gear?
there's still
Right
enough
over
wind
there.
for my bandana to blow.
Yo, Snake is alive.
Actually, no, that's a really good feat, because this is an empty fucking tunnel, and Snake was so quiet and so stealthy that he could sneak up on Raiden, who's had the same training as he has.
Bro really showing off to a naked man.
I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
Yeah,
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
So Zim, you think they'll kill off Leon in Ray 9?
Because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Nah.
They're not going to kill Leon off, because as soon as he's about to die, Chris is going to descend from the heavens, and he says, "You've still got one more job to do," and he throws him to Claire.
Why?
Make me
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides,
give me an heir through you.
You have to save the rest of your body.
But I like Asians.
Move the right
Claire,
stick up
get
and down
sticky
to make a
tape.
vertical slice.
But Milo's pardon most likely not, because Leon is gonna be the new Chris soon.
Move the stick in a
Oh my
circle to
god,
do a
we got the
rotating
high frequency blade.
Oh,
Push it
fantastic. Let's
forward
see
to
what it
lunge and
can't cut
strike.
through, which is fucking 90% of
You can
shit.
guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Oh, yeah, so you know how I told you the other day how I pulled Cypher?
Damn, kid.
How do we take that?
What do you mean? I don't know, let me see. Did Snake just survive a hit from the high frequency blade?
He did.
Damn. Well, I guess Snake surpasses the high frequency blade.
Teach yourself how to handle the blade. You're going to need it at some point. Move the right stick to control the blade. Move the right stick up and down to slash up or down, and left and right to slice the blade horizontally.
Snake, have you ever just held a weapon and then music starts playing in your head? Rules of nature!
For some reason, that child would have been
For some
pretty
reason,
sweet
the
deal having
child would
Chris as his
have
uncle. I can
pretty
picture
sweet
training the
deal
baby
having
in the
Chris as
gym.
his uncle. I can picture him training the baby in a gym.
Poor baby. I was really a fan of how the high frequency blade worked in this game. It's not bad.
Also,
It's not
gotta
great
get used
either.
to that sword quick cause stuff might get
No,
funky
it's a
here
fucking
on.
added gimmick.
Come on, time to go.
And they basically just showed them that, like,
If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
if you're going
got
to
enough?
invest in
Absolutely.
a physical weapon,
Infinite ammo.
then you have to design it properly, not this
Wait up, Snake.
half-assed attempt.
What?
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future? You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
At least he's honest.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you alright?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
Is that actually the HF blade, or is it just a regular
If
sword?
there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to
So,
help. The frequency is 141.
Jeremy, when me and Zim did research on the high frequency blade a couple of months ago, this is the high frequency blade, but it's only Rising Revengeance that gives like actual lore behind it. In this game, it might as well just be a really sharp katana.
Which, to be fair, just ends up being what the high frequency blade ultimately is. I think Revengeance ultimately did the core idea of disservice with the more deeper got into it. We tried looking for every fucking statement of this fucking blade.
I think the only thing we didn't do was go through Two's novel. That's because we couldn't find like a PDF at the time.
There is a PDF. We didn't find it at the time, and to be honest, I don't think either of us had the time to go and read it at that point.
Even if we did, from what we could glean, there's not really anything that it would have told us that we didn't already know. It basically would have just been just giving us extra stuff about the story of Two.
Yep. Don't want to sound like a sourpuss or a frat or anything like that, but it's like, I mean, the fucking sword that's supposed to cut through shit, it uses electricity to do that. The things that don't conduct electricity have a higher chance of resisting it, because that's actually confirmed in the canon that fucking porcelain armor, or no, this ceramic plate can resist the high frequency blade cutting powers.
Non-conductive material has a hard time being cut through.
Yeah. So to be clear, the high frequency blade is still a sword at the end of the day. Its special properties, it shit that doesn't conduct electricity for the most part.
Which is why they also come with a battery, and why like the sheath basically acts as like a charger. Because if it runs out of energy, it's just a sword.
Yeah.
And so this is where me and Zim got kind of shitty, because it's like when we discovered that, it's like, okay, so the blade's not completely useless, but it's way less impressive than what the Versus community makes it out to be.
Yeah, because everyone just heard that fucking plank statement and just fucking bent over and fucking jerked themselves off to it.
Raiden, about this Colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that
Because
of
like
Arsenal's
we
AI,
found as well
the so-called
for
GW.
things to back this
What
up.
the hell does this mean?
Armstrong,
it
and when it
means
talks about his
you've been
nanomachines, are a
talking to an
big
AI.
thing to how we came to
That's
that conclusion as
impossible.
well.
The Colonel probably isn't GW
Because
per se. GW
I don't know
is
how many
most
people
likely
actually know this,
stimulating
but
cortical
Armstrong's
activity in the dormant part of your
nanomachines
brain through
are
signal manipulation of your
anti-vibrational
own
nanomachines. That's why it's
The
so
Colonel
hard
is,
to
in
cut through
part,
him.
your own creation,
Yep.
cobbled together from expectations and experience.
There's
That's
also the
crazy,
question of
but
whether
it's
or
probably
not
the truth. The
powerful
virus may be
conductors
starting
don't get
to affect
affected
GW,
by the high
which
frequency
would
blade
explain the
either.
Colonel's behavior.
Well, there's also the thing of like
An illusion?
the
Everything I've done so far?
Right.
the statement it
Snake.
comes from is from
What's
Kevin,
happening
and
around
Kevin
here?
got it
I don't know.
second
What I do
hand
know is
from
that
like
you're
a
standing
salesman
right
of
here
the
in front of
blade.
me.
So
Not an illusion.
we don't know if the
Flesh and
salesman was
blood.
being truthful or kind of like
It's your
stretching
call.
the truth
You
to
can drop
sell
this
the
if you
blade,
want.
because
No.
arms
can't
dealers
do
will
that.
do that.
Let's go.
Well, Why do you say like arms dealers do that when it's just every fucking salesman who's trying to make a sale will fucking
Right.
sell you, will try
They've
and
got
sell you on what they're
Rose.
selling.
What?
Rose is being held in the hold.
But yeah, no.
It's a
The place statement always had
Rose!
issues,
Right.
and the more you learn about it, the easier it
It's a
becomes to
trap.
real life. So
Since
it's
the channel doesn't
a
exist,
bit of a
there's
load of
no way
hoopla,
she can
I
take
guess
Rose
would be the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Well, this is what like
Right.
me and
I
Zim
forgot to
basically.
tell you
I
they
think we said
announced
this
a
in the
bunch of
video,
things recently for
where it's
Arginines. They are reprinting
any
this
statements that
smile
came
on
from the
her own
Doctor
head
and
set
Sergei
her
are
home.
fine because they actually know
If
what
the
they're
Colonel
talking
is
about.
something that I
Anything
partly
from
dreamt up,
Kevin
then
or
everything I
from
remember about her could be.
Don't jump
the
to
woman,
conclusions.
take with a grain
You
of
and
salt.
Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel
Newton, where's
never
that?
existed.
Where's that
Why?
reprint coming in
Is
from?
this what Olga was
Is
talking
that
about?
like a premium Bandai thing, or what is that?
Is high frequency blade strongest hand weapon in
Hello,
Metal
Dark
Gear
Lord.
Verse?
Is High Frequency Blade the strongest hand weapon in the Metal Gear verse? Yeah, I think it still is. It's not a shitty sword. It's just that it's not as overhyped as people made it out to be. It's still really good.
In most scenarios, it's a weapon that can do real damage. It's just that it's not this omnipotent weapon that people have made it out to be.
Like, if you were given a high frequency blade, and let's say martial swordsman training,
2026 is a box that contains a bunch of reprinted cards with alt arts and is like 30.
Or even just like basic sword training.
is that on Premium Bandai's website already?
Start moving pile. Do not stay in one place.
Hang on. Start moving on, not stay in one place.
Because did we ever find out if Blade Wolf's chainsaw is high frequency chainsaw or not? Because I think we found that most of the Desperado's equipment are high frequency blades or high frequency weapons.
Let me send you the image.
We were not able to determine that because there's no evidence to support that.
Wasn't there something from the guidebook saying that like Sundowner's weapon and even
Sundowner's weapon
and Monsoon's
is
weapon?
Sundowner and Monsoon's weapons are high frequency. Blade Wolf's is not.
Fortune.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the
Yeah, that's a premium Bandai set.
Go back to Mexico.
Okay, so I have to order that before it sells out on premium Bandai if I want to get those cards.
Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm only building one deck and do.
Dark Lord just asked an interesting question.
Can the high frequency blade cut hockey covered sword or full hockey covered body?
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
Hang on. Let me.
Well, it's just covering a weapon and willpower, so I don't see why it wouldn't.
But let's get
Because
one thing
remember,
clear. I didn't kill your father.
you technically have to argue you resist all the shit Devil Fruits can throw at it, which includes anel's electricity. Which also includes the shaking power of
You
white.
can either wait for it or buy it now. Even so, you're getting your money's worth, cause you can resell the slevs and the cards or use them for.
No. Whenever Premium Bandai shit goes on sale, always buy it from Premium Bandai. Because it will always be more expensive when resellers resell it, because they're scalping it.
I've been watching how you fight.
Can I forget to play hockey? I'm going to say.
It looks like you remember the
I'm
way
going
you
to
used
say
to
no.
play in the old
I'm
days.
going to say no. I don't think the
Or is it one of the
vibrations or the
SD
electricity
Plan's proud
would
achievements?
weaken
What are you
an
talking
object
about?
enough to be cut if hockey is coding it
It came as a
properly.
complete surprise
Actually,
when
no, it
Ocelot
wouldn't, because it would
discovered
also
the
be
S3
hardening
data
all
from
of their cells at the
GW.
same time,
Not a
which would be
bad
like
idea, though.
trying to strike like
Using
something
fire to
super
fight
like
fire.
firm, which the
Only
high
found
frequency like
someone
does
who
not
cut
like
full
doing
throttle
unless you
hate
have the
recovered his
strength
loss
behind
because
it.
of Endeavor's
This,
fruit.
so this is kind of the weird
S3
thing about
stands
Raiden, where
for
depending on what he's
Solid
cutting,
Snake
it's either the
Simulation.
blade doing all the work
It's a
or he is
development
doing all the
program
work.
to artificially reproduce
Yeah,
Solid Snake,
that
the
actually made
perfect
Raiden's
warrior.
cutting feats a lot harder to
The
fucking
result is the
actually talk
Foxhound
about in terms
Commando.
of like
When
feats.
Foxhound no
Because
longer
like
exists,
when he
a
cuts
simulated Solid Snake shaped by
the ray
VR
at the start
vision.
of Rising
Sound like
Revengeance,
someone you know?
we had
Jack.
to look through, I think it was like
I'm sorry to see you
100
reduced to
different
one of the Patriot's puppets. But I've
codexes to
made use of
find
them
out
and their
if
plan
the
too.
armor is ever specified what it is. I
Solid Snake's
think,
sudden appearance, your
There was some
arrival.
ceramic
It was
plating on
obvious
it.
the Patriots were among
That
my
was
ranks.
what was protecting
I
it
had to
from being
smoke out
cut
the
up
agent
instantly
before the
during
mission
That's-
the
entered the
campus
final
during the
phase.
fight.
that's why
Who
with some
came
of the
in
enemies,
handy?
you had to break
Ass baked?
the armor before you could actually like slice the shit
Jack,
underneath it.
those days during the Civil War were
Okay,
as
so
real as
I
they
actually have a little
come.
bit of beef on that one.
Every day
Because
was
people would be
absolute.
like, oh, the
Space
reason that
between
one
life and
isn't
death.
cut instantly
KK was a
is
swift
because
global
that's a
save. I
gameplay
recommend that you
mechanic.
have my
No,
blessing on
Metal
that.
Gear
The
Rising
renamed
Revengeance
binoculars are
is
gonna
one of
be the
the
most
few
sought
games
after.
that actually gives you an in-canon explanation why you're not instantly cutting them in half. Oh man, I remember that. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember we discovered that, and it's just like that makes perfect sense. Why after you break the armor off Ray and Excelsis, he's then just able to just like rip straight through like the big portion of it because it's not resistant.
But now, you should die.
Yep.
As the little Jackie boy I once knew.
I remember that one. Okay, sweet deal, dude. So I recommend you have my blessing on that. The Rena and Nokias are going to be the most sought after. Are you sure it's the right Mayuri? Oh. Fuck, I remember how much that shit pissed me off.
I think it just annoyed us how much like people would just lie about the capabilities of the weapon. It's just like it's still a good weapon. You don't need to lie about what it can do.
That was the fucking issue, is that like when you do your fucking research and you find out, oh, I'm being lied to this whole fucking time for no good fucking reason.
Sweet Mary too. Just telling you those two cores with those two alone you're getting your money back from the box.
I'll keep an eye out for it. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, because if I can get that fucking tamer for cheaper, that'll make building the deck a lot cheaper. Assuming like the master mods and shit haven't gotten cheaper already. I'm gonna just get on the sim and replay a new upgraded version of the deck for sure. Ugh. Oh yeah, so they Magic finally released Final Fantasy. I think I told you, but I actually did pull a green Chocobo card that I ended up selling for $1,250.
Yeah, you did.
Pretty cool.
So the question, so Raiden's not cutting through Wolverine high frequency. Not as far as I can tell, but again, that's gonna very much depend if Wolverine has the same adamantium as, you know, what Death Battle claimed.
$1,250.
That's technically so some wrong information was given right now.
For what?
So Death Battle did not claim anything about a special adamantium for Wolverine. That's wrong. What they specifically pointed out is that Misty Knight had a special version of
Vibranium, wasn't it?
yeah, she had a special version of vibranium that could vibrate the metal, and that caused the adamantium to break apart. Because I guess adamantium is susceptible to vibrations. But again, that's... So, for all intents and purposes, the hyperphysical blade should work on adamantium. Yeah, that's why I said I had enough money to like pay you. I was putting some money aside, but like I'm just gonna be using some of the money I got from selling the car. It's just easier that way. It's like a lot easier for them. Yeah, because Final Fantasy's now in Magic Arena too, so that's pretty cool. Currently opening up.
Bad Metal Gear. Get off.
The set's actually dropped significantly good and well in price, which I'm really happy about. In terms of Irish prices.
Bad Metal Gear.
There's still some cards worth $50 and shit, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is what it is. Like, if I want to build a Cloud Strike deck, Cloud costs $15 a copy right now. I'm hoping he drops down to around 10. But I want this borderless one for enter deck.
Fucking.
So.
I saw an interesting debate between who was a better villain between fucking Sephiroth and Kefka again. And a lot of people really wanted to try and make an argument for Sephiroth. And it was just fucking funny. I think that the best way to go about that debate is he's a better foil but a worse villain.
I'm not even sure it's better. He's a better. I'm not even sure if better foils the right term there.
Raiden.
Well, no, because their entire thing hinged on like, oh well, Kefka killed millions, but Sephiroth killed one person that you care about. It's like, well, that's if you got invested in fucking Aerith. If you didn't get invested in Aerith, then like her death meant nothing.
Death meant nothing to me. She was all.
No, but it's true. Like, unless you have an invest, not that she's a whore. That was mistimed. That was mistimed. The fact of like, if you didn't care for her character. Which, some people don't care for her character. I don't care for her character. I think she's done better in the remake, but I still don't particularly care for her character or her arc. Like, her shit means nothing. Which, yeah, the characters can hate Sephiroth, but you don't hate Sephiroth if you're not invested in her as a character.
Unlike 9 Franks, where it explores a whole different civilization of the main antagonist.
Not wrong.
Zack had the more emotional journey with Angel and Genesis. I'm not wrong. Why are you booing?
Shit about Aerith in the original. Snake on the hand, she's a fun character there.
Okay, that's not terrible. I gotta spend $5 to get the Noctis shit to fucking play Magic Arena. Fucking learn me to Noctis. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking heathen.
This boss battle is annoying as shit. If there was just fucking one less of them, this would be infinitely less annoying.
Oh, dude. Okay, hang on. It's a weird take, given that the true villain of Final Fantasy VII is supposed to be Genova, which has a better concept in mind, very the thing inspired, but unfortunately never explored her in depth. Unlike Final Fantasy IX, where it explores a whole different civilization of the main antagonist.
Oh, Final Fantasy IX is just fucking pink. But the weird thing that I don't think a lot of people understand is that Sephiroth, this kind of gets like retcon later on, but in the original 7, you don't ever fight Sephiroth. It's always Genova taking the appearance of Sephiroth. It's not. That only comes as a retcon due to like Crisis Core and the movie.
It's a weird situation is how I'm going to label that.
Well, no, because you know that the live stream can basically take on the form of memories and can take on people's appearances too. It just makes more sense.
I'm not disputing you on what your opinion, or what your position is. It's just that the way it works is not. It's not Genova doing it. So Sephiroth's dead, but Sephiroth's memories have taken over Genova's body. So it's a really weird situation of whether or not it's Sephiroth or it's Genova doing it. Because ultimately it's Sephiroth's will that's making it happen. It's just that it's her corpse he's using.
You know what's one thing that I don't see a lot of people make mention of, which they should, is the fact of like, if you focus on everything that Sephiroth does, he's a gigantic fucking child, he's a gigantic baby, his entire motive is literally, oh, I'm not what I thought I am, everything is a lie. Well, you didn't have that opinion until you saw this. Why has your opinion now suddenly changed so drastically? Because NGO and Genesis find this out and they take it fucking way better.
So, from what I understand, hang on. Yeah, the whole NGO Genesis stuff is weird, depending on who you ask. Either it's a great addition to the canon that puts the story more, or it's the most self-insert BS Goth ever pulled off. Self-insert is still better than what the fuck we got from Sephiroth. If this was MGR running, then these relatives would have dealt with it second.
Oh, this would have been like an awesome boss battle that would have been like a casual fight later on in the game.
And when the real Sephiroth did show up, the man has zero personality and zero lines, Subaru versus Kazuma. I don't know anything about Subaru. I just know what series you're talking about, but...
I don't fuck with ReZero, and I don't fucking watch Konosuba, so I couldn't tell ya. That's not a diss on the show, I just don't... It's not my thing to know of.
Isn't Subaru's whole fucking deal just dying over and over again?
Right?
I hope you're asking chat, not me.
Riding?
Of course I'm not asking you. You already told me you don't know. Relax. Not a dig at you either.
Suspicious.
No, it's not. Is Genova doing his name? She's just using Sephiroth's knowledge of Shinra and the body copies to attain her goals. The final boss of Final Fantasy 7 is just clouding Sephiroth's mind to live stream the rest once and for all.
Once and for all.
Yeah, because he's the one still keeping her moving forward.
Like, if you actually, like, investigate, like, Sephiroth as a character, he's not that deep as a character. He's actually, like, one of the most boring antagonists in Final Fantasy.
Scott Pilgrim get new game.
Isn't it funny how no one, like, mentions that, like, Sephiroth has one of the most boring, like, antagonist stories in Final Fantasy?
They made a whole fucking mobile game to give him a prequel to fix that. Scott Pilgrim's got a new game.
Did it even help? Did it even help?
Boring. I would say it was overhyped.
I wouldn't call it boring. No, like, it's literally boring. It's a super boring backstory. It's literally, I'm the best that ever was, and that ever is. And I found out that I'm a fucking, like, an experiment and part alien. Now I go and destroy the world.
Isn't that what the mobile game is teaching you?
No, that's fucking Final Fantasy 7.
No, because the mobile game actually, like, tries to add new information.
No, but, like, if you just, like, played 7, that's exactly what you get from it. The problem with 7 is that for 7 to stand there and people to be like, oh, this is the peak of Final Fantasy, this fucking universe needed 5 games, several novels, and tons of backstory for people to start saying that this is a GOAT story. Like, you have others like 5, 9, 6 that don't even need a majority of that, and they already have better storylines, better characters, and all of that. Like, I think I told Zim when I went through 7, like, all of the characters' backstories were fine, and then they took it too far.
Yeah.
Like, Barrett had a great backstory, but then it's like everyone in his town hates him. It's like, okay, but it wasn't his fault exclusively. He didn't even give the final word for Shinra to make the mine. That was the Elders. Why aren't the Elders copying shit? Why is he the only one getting kicked out? This is so not fair. This is so not Barrett's fault.
Not a comic or movie.
So it's not boring that shit is overhyped. Is Scott Pilgrim takes off canon or not to the comic or movie? It wouldn't be canon. It'd be like it would be like one of those canon what if scenarios where you would say it's canon to the idea of the story, but you wouldn't call it canon itself, if that makes sense. Like I'm making sense there. It's like one of those what if stories where like the information it provides is valid for use. Well, it narratively is not a part of any of the others.
Like, so Zim, how much are you aware of, like, Kuja's story?
I know that him and the dad are part of the same tribe. I believe they're siblings.
Not quite. They're basically automatons. And Kuja doesn't like that. He's basically got the exact same backstory as Sephiroth, except he's a well-done, fleshed-out character.
I thought Vivi was the automaton.
No. Vivi is also a doll, but Zidane is also. Because he's basically part of he's basically think of Vivi as like a puppet, but think of Zidane as like a homunculus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he's technically like an artificial life form.
People don't mention about Sephiroth I don't really get is why did anyone at Shinra think it was a good idea to tell Sephiroth? funny about Kuyar is that we do not see him until the last part of disc 1, but he's enough of a treat to cause a big impression the moon.
When we get wise, did anyone shouldn't think it was good to get some samples about mother was a monster instead of Lucretia? Or did you? What's funny about Kuja is we did not see him until the last pass of this one, but he's enough for a threat to cause a big impression the moment you find the guy tree.
Well, the first time you see Kuja, he's basically a advisor to the Queen. But when it comes to Sephiroth, like, Sephiroth's like, oh, I'm not a real human. It's like, you literally knew who your mother was. Like, you know who the experiment, what the experiment was.
I still got
it's like yeah, it's like if you want to be mad at the fact that Hojo is your father.
Has been getting a play side.
That's not really bad.
Be mad that Hojo is your father and not Vincent, because if Vincent was your father, you might actually be something cool.
Be mad at Shinra.
If they really wanted to do Sephiroth's story better, but keep some of the same story premises, make him the leader of Avalanche. But have it that he's going too far for even like people like Barrett to agree with.
Yeah. That was very swimmingly.
No, but the worst part about 7 is that we got fucking 8 from it. And the reason why I say that is because all Squall is literally what they think people like about Cloud. And he's literally everything that made Cloud boring and not like likable and redeemable. No, like they're just like, oh, so people like boring and brooding. Gotcha. It's like, no, people like Cloud because he's a complicated mercenary who acts rough and tough, but he has a heart of gold. Not a boring emo like fucking Swole. Which always shit me that in like the Cydia, he's always like the captain, like one of the captains of the teams that go out to fight the villains. Squall. It's technically another timeline, so we just call him Jack. We call him Jack Face.
Ati would have made way more sense if he held a grudge against Shinra.
Do not call Jack Fred Durst. He goes over to the enemies. Now I will tell you this shit right now. I'm like fucking. Now I need an SFM of him singing fucking Roland. It's him and the homies just dancing, doing the rolling dance.
It would have made way more sense if he had the grudge against Shinra. It would have made Nibelheim Incident made way more sense.
Let's not like lie to ourselves why Sephiroth is as popular as he is. It's not because of his character, it's because of what he looks like. He's the prime example of if you have a good looking character, you can get over. Regardless of substance.
Asterisk cough asterisk got your asterisk cough asterisk. Yes, Sephiroth is pretty much marketing man.
pretty much marketing man. Cop, Gojo, Cop. Nah. Gojo did nothing wrong.
To do something wrong, you have to actually do something. No, he fucking... The only things he did were either die or be relegated out of the fucking story. Yeah, that's true. Oh no, I can't have fucking Gojo in the story, otherwise the fucking plot doesn't continue. You're right, it's worse. Even when he isn't there, the plot doesn't fucking continue. Do you remember how many of these things I'm supposed to kill?
No idea.
Sephiroth handshake gotcha carried by their designs and fangirls.
Nothing fucking original about Gojo's design. He's literally an accumulation of shit that, like, Gege likes from other series and rips him the fuck off. Like, I don't care how he wants to justify himself. He literally stole fucking Barmito's design from fucking Get Back and then just gave him white hair.
No, he didn't. God.
I think I remember showing you, like, the actual character I'm talking about, and you're just like, wow, that's fucking uncanny. Eye powers and everything. His eye powers are actually kind of shit.
Get Backers completely forgot what the plot was about though. Kyle, what about Golds from 4 francs and Dexdeath from 5 francs?
Oh, dude. Golbez is fucking, like, one of the best, like, villains in, like, fiction story-wise. As for X-Death, like, you can either take him or leave him. I think the story is solid enough without, like, XF being too in-depth, but, you know, Angry Tree Man go better, I guess. This boss battle is fucked up. Why is it so long? Is this the game basically being like, you are at the arse end, so I'm gonna throw everything I've got?
I think the game had like an actual explanation at one point for this. I don't know what it was, though.
What, that there are 25 of them? I hope it's not expecting me to fight like actually 25 of them. That's fucking brutal.
Oh, the ranger's name Rose. It is.
Speaking of FF4, I remembered watching someone say that it was a perfect FF game, but it was too boring and that Cecil characters was already deep.
Bro, they can like, with that opinion, they can you know, go die. They probably think FF8's probably fucking sweet. The characters in 4 were fucking were great.
Right? Huh. Which one? Cause I don't remember a single better than Cecil. Yeah, they actually did.
Bro, if somebody told me that like they didn't enjoy the characters from 4, but they liked 8, I would tell them that like there's a nice bridge you can jump off. Because you obviously don't make good life choices.
They put 16 above 4 as well.
Oh! Nah, 16's fucking boring as that shit. No fucking way is like 16 better than 4.
I know the one in the Metal Gear, speaking of Final Fantasy games, but it was boring, and Cecil's character was already done better than other Final Fantasy games. I understand like, huh? Which one? Because I don't remember a single better than Cecil. I was gonna say about 4 is a wild fucking take.
I still can't get over how fucking annoyed I am that like, even after all this time 16 has been out, they have not made a patch to like lower the difficulty of the fucking Leviathan boss. Because even when like experts at 16 are like, this is just like a pain in the ass boss and you have to be like pinpoint, it's like, fuck you, you did not make a game that taught you had to be pinpoint when it came to bosses. You don't get to do this for a fucking DLC that most people are not going to invest like tons of time to try and make a level 100 character. Which I think the bosses scale to the level, don't they? So it wouldn't even matter.
I am so tempted just to see.
Aha!
What you're saying is true about that boss fight.
Also, I got a hot take. FF8 music is the most underwhelming in the franchise.
Oh no, Sparta, I don't disagree. I like Sim. Like, you've heard me speak shit about everything about Final Fantasy VIII. Like, I just don't like it. But Sim has like a comprehensive list that I sent him of like all the shit I didn't like in real time when I was going through 8.
So you decided to show yourself.
Oh, but don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
Rules of nature. And I'm guessing music was one of them.
The music was so
Your
fucking boring
nanomachines, they're
for Final
transmitting
Fantasy VIII.
vital
The best part
signs to
about
the
Final
base
Fantasy
chips.
VIII is when you didn't
If
play as
Abe's
the
sending
party.
you an update
When
and
you were
said,
literally
also, Kyle,
playing
what about
as
Jeff
like
from
the
10
backstory of
francs?
another
I'm
more
sure you from
interesting
10
character.
francs-2.
So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you. Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
I didn't mind him as a character, but I think it's a cop out whenever he's in the Celia because it should be
I applaud your attitude.
it should be
If you
Seymour.
have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Haha, yes, I did like Spider-Man 2,
What are your
Soldier
thoughts on
says.
Seymour?
Did you like that joke?
Yeah, I found it rather.
You have
Oh! I didn't remember that happening. Oh shit!
You. Dan Skull.
That's actually more brutal than I remember.
She deserved it.
I felt that. Goddamn.
Enjoy the show, Jack.
Could you imagine if they remade 2 and they had that scene? That'd be so brutal now.
Her neck just went crack.
I felt that. Oh, I know she did.
What's wrong with it? AI. GW, it's out of control. What?
Shut up, Tim. She betrayed her people. She let them die.
So what was the question being proposed? To me, I didn't see the full thing.
What are your thoughts on Seymour?
The more you find out about Seymour, the more he's more of a tragic villain than he is anything else. If you don't do his side quests, you kind of don't understand that because you have to do the dungeon where you fight his mother as a summon. Because that's when you find out that the summon that Seymour uses is his mother trying to protect him.
I like the whole idea of it. Maybe, give me like a grayish background or a whitish background, and I think we're good there. But for the most part, it's pretty solid. Good job, dude.
I think it was the bullet that killed her and not the tentacles.
We can talk about the details later. For now, it works fine.
Also, why is the Metal Gear bleeding?
Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Oh, so why is the Metal Gear bleeding? Why not?
Bring him in. Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son!
Oh, shit.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Oh, was that Ocelot? What's he doing here?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
And you're all being used by Ocelot. Bow down to the real king.
To begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous.
It's the real one!
I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing.
Ulma, he played him.
If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
Yeah, it was bad news.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation.
People talk about Eisen being so big brain.
The boy
This
was
is the
selected
real
because your
big brain.
relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of your project?
Damn.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck.
But is Ocelot a better mastermind than Madara, though face with raised eyebrow?
What?
And just like that.
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right.
Oh my god, she's Saga.
Waste of metal, my dear. Was your luck's run out? This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
You know what? I forgot he had that. Never mind. Ada's never fucking touching him.
Weren't you paying attention, Soldier, to what he was saying?
Solus, you must not have been paying attention. I am the protagonist! I have been there all along.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean.
Oh, there's no such thing as the supernatural, then explain the guy that can turn hornets in weapons in MGS3.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, don't worry about Psycho Mantis either.
Love this game.
You know, it's not like they walk that statement back in the next game anyway when you fight Psycho Mantis' ghost. In the end, and the Sorrow shows up too.
Nope.
Fortune! You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
HH.
What the? Impossible!
Don't worry, don't play this never.
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead.
I like her just how mildly inconvenienced about it.
No! No! No, not now!
Wait. Is she the same daughter that dude was talking about earlier in this game? Face with raised eyebrow. WTF?
No, I don't think so.
Brothers! Liquid! I've been waiting for this! It can't be. I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken. You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake. It was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here. What? You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
I actually appreciate the fact that the brothers don't ever really talk shit to each other.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Because they all see each other as a threat to some extent.
Stop this thing!
Yeah, like fucking Solomon think of the shoot being a super soldier. And he's just fucking really trying to lift him up the threat. Snake literally gives some Arsenal gear to take on Liquid, like Solomon's just like, okay, I guess I'm the middle child.
I guess it's just you and me, son.
Thanks, son, for not running off to fight, you know, your uncle, who apparently Snake thinks is more of a threat than I am.
No, I just like how none of them question. It's just like, Liquid, you've taken over Ocelot? Yes. I don't need that explained. That's because you know that we're built different. I like that this world is so bizarre that they don't even question shit like that.
Honestly, they're probably more confused that he hadn't started showing up yet.
No, just all this in his mind is just like, oh, I'm being used by Liquid. That makes sense.
Federal Hall.
That seems expensive in the store.
Okay.
W shite Raiden vs Solidus Snake.
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right.
Okay, if my gut instincts aren't wrong, here is where the IA gets whacked.
The first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence. The dawn of a new nation. Here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule.
No, Raiden, you dummy, it's June the 13th.
This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child,
Here's
it
where
extends
AI
beyond
gets
DNA.
whacked.
Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence
All
to
this, I hate
remain.
to say this, but that's just
Unlike
called
an
the government.
intron of history, I will be remembered as an Exxon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human.
Yo, he said the title. Few credits. Here we go, boys.
In the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans.
Dude, it's creepy as fuck that sometimes when the AI speaks, there's like a fucking skull behind it. I love that symbolism.
Strap it up.
We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives. Through words, pictures, symbols...
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. Did you
But
hear
not all the information was inherited by later
about
generations.
the
A small
Hypest
percentage of
movie
our data was
announcement?
selected and processed,
What?
then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information
Did you hear about the Hypest movie announcement today?
preserved in
Never
all
heard
its
of it.
Triteness. Never
No, like they announced the movie today. That's fucking
Rumors
crazy.
about petty issues,
They
misinterpretations,
usually announce
slander.
movies.
all this junk data preserved in an unfiltered
Are
state.
you familiar with a little classic known as
Social progress,
Spaceballs?
reduce the rate of evolution.
No.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Do you know?
Are you telling me it's not?
Sim, you gotta shush, this shite is
Do
important.
you know
Shush
what's
in
spook
face.
movies?
Space all too.
Oh, really?
Create
No,
context.
fair enough.
The
Alright,
digital
there's a...
society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of
You Spaceballs is goated.
Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions
Oh,
spent
did you
on
actually
new weapons
see
in order to humanely
Wile E.
murder
Coyote's
other
trailer
humans.
this week?
Rights of criminals are
No, I
given
did
more
not. I'm
respect
just gonna
than
wait for the
privacy of
episode to
their
drop.
victims.
Do you want me to
Although there are
give
people
you a quick
suffering in
rundown
poverty,
of what they
huge
basically gave
donations
you?
are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being
I
told
never
the
watched
same
Space
Sure,
Ball.
why not?
Nice to other people.
Borderline
but
unkillable,
beat out the
immeasurable speed.
competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
And they actually explained something
You
that I
exercise
actually
your
didn't
right
know.
to
There's a reason
freedom,
why he doesn't
and
talk.
this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox.
The reason he doesn't talk, according to Death Battle, is because his father basically said that you don't get to speak until you've caught your prey.
Leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing
and the reason why all the Acme shit keeps failing is because it's rammed by an entire board of Roadrunners.
No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world
Wait, is that gonna be the plot for the Wile E. Coyote lawsuit movie against Ackham?
We're trying to stop that from happening.
Wait, there's gonna be one of those?
As rulers, just as in
Well, yeah, it was cancelled. Apparently they're bringing it back.
Oh, dude, that sounds awesome.
To stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel
This part of the
better.
game is
Leaving
existential
behind in an
crisis.
instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world.
Shut the fuck up!
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course.
Man, what's with this fucking Yap simulator?
That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness.
This is we're at the end of the game,
S3 is not
and now we're going to give you a giant lore dump of everything that we couldn't find a place to fucking put it in during the game.
It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what
EWIT's DA skull face skull.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
I want people to remember this is the game that basically made everyone say that the story is complex. It's because of this game, and it's specifically because of this fucking scene.
Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise
Remember,
was to establish
Metal
such
Gear
a
Solid
method.
3 was supposed to try to explain this shit, but it didn't do that at all. It just made more questions, and then they made 5 to try and explain 3.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's
By all rights, like
management
4
capacity.
tries its
If the bomb
best
could trigger, control,
to
and
explain
solve
this shit.
this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes,
Damn.
Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was.
I don't want to hear that from you, Rose.
But I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
Man, look at this fucking gaslight in real time. This is the most accurate AI I've
The
ever
one you were
seen.
trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was
This
for
wasn't a
your sake.
point simulation. This is just the female AI taking over for a minute.
Exactly.
This is what they call the female
So you
experience.
see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything.
Lightsabers cut Yamato's sword in half.
Exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take
So,
Solidus
while all this
down.
is going down, is Solidus just like sitting there playing with his bums?
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
The school's not really selling me on this.
Necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation?
What are you
or
banging
you,
that's making that noise?
Solidus's creation. Our beloved.
Is that your
monsters.
seat?
Enjoy yourselves.
No, I'm just tapping my toenail against the metal on my desk.
My son.
Are you kicking it with full fucking sprint behind it?
No, I'm just lightly tapping it.
Why is it so loud?
You are one of a kind.
I'm not
but still a
saying
monster
hollow
shaped by a
surface.
dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival.
It's not close to my mic either. It's pretty far away. Like, I have to switch my leg out.
I was the one who killed your parents.
Dun dun dun.
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army
There
of the
is no
devil.
reason to include this at the very end.
I am your foster father and your worst enemy. Why?
Wouldn't this be something
Because I needed to
that
know
he
whether
should
we were
have put
really
like
someone else's
during
creation.
the Harrier fight when he reveals that he's his
Liquid and
father?
Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie
Yeah.
that bound them to him. Unless you
This is
kill me
literally
and
just
face your
them
past,
like
Jack,
realizing
never
that they're at the end of the game
stay
and
in
now
the
they have
endless
so
loop,
much lore that they
your
have to
own
fucking put
double
in for shit to
helix.
make sense. And they found no other better place to do it, so here, just dump it right at the end.
Yes, sir.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased.
This
but
is
there
giving
are
me
other
Leonardo
traces
versus Raphael vibes from the movie.
inside you. What? The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex and throughout the neural network they formed.
Am I going to get some gameplay with my movie?
We've been having questions for the past 25 minutes.
Brace yourself.
I just realized at any point I could have gone and take a piss and come back and probably missed nothing.
Here we go.
Alright, well, it's already super late, so I gotta go to sleep because I gotta go to work earlier than usual for tomorrow. So, good luck with the, good luck with your final battle here, Kyle. I trust you'll regale me with the story of your sword fight on Saturday.
Yes. So, am I looking for something else to play next week, or are we starting to watch Metal Gear Solid 4?
My life's at stake too. Try to
Rising, too bad you're missing Peak.
Oh, just fucking... Damn, what a bitch. Okay, but,
is that the
show... well, we can talk about that on Saturday. I have to go to sleep right now.
What's wrong with you?
Alright, see you for yourselves next night. Peace.
Alright, Les.
Is that the best you can do?
Give me a Doc Ock.
What's wrong with you? Is that the best you can do?
Gimme. Bitch. 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 Bitch.
Take this!
April's heading Tibet last night. Finish him off, Kyle, you can do it.
Alright, good night, Millie. Victory will surely be mine. Ooh, bitch.
Is that the best you can do?
Wah! Fucking gimme. Gimme, you old bitch. Haha! You are not safe.
Good work, Jack. This is where it gets interesting.
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. We're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it! I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Damn.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Ooh, you fucker.
Take this! What's wrong with you? Over here!
Look at that. Oi.
Is that the best you can do?
Don't spin kick me, you bitch.
Okay, I call bullshit on that Jack reveal.
Over here!
Oh.
Yeah. Get wrecked.
Damn. That was your final cut.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Hey look Kyle, it's you.
They taught me
It
some
is
good
me.
things too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me.
Damn Kyle, he threw your dog tag.
I'll find him. Count on it.
I just
As
needed
long
a
as you
new
keep
start
yourself
after all that
alive, he's
gaslighting.
safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Snake?
So she is real.
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
She is
I
real.
wouldn't know.
she's a real gaslighter too.
But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, and she's a gaslighting bitch.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Raiden buddy, you could do better, I promise you there are better fish in the sea.
And the sky up above, and think,
Well, everybody,
what am I?
we have painfully gone through Metal Gear Solid 2. Now, not painful because it's a bad game, painful because I'm not great at these games, but we did get through them. So join us on Sunday when we continue to go through Naruto Ninja Storm 4, and we discuss with Zim whether or not I'm going to move on
And
to
that is that. For MGS do a taste.
if we're going to watch MGS4 on his channel, or if I'm going to play Sly Cooper 3. But until then, I'll catch you all later.
Levi raised fist.
You all have a good night.